we haven't.
Let's get into some fun stuff. Huh?
Yeah, we haven't gone to video well.
No.
The name of this is going to be We Shouldn't Have Done a Video Halloween episode.
Were you one of those teenage kids that used to smash jack-o'-lanterns?
No. I never even progressed past silly string. I didn't even do the shaving cream thing. Yeah.
Are we going to talk about that? Or are we going to talk?
I was going to say
about,
that's a better topic
the
than
high school era of mischievous activities during Halloween, because that's like a very short window. Because I feel like when you're a kid, you obviously have like the trick-or-treating stage that goes through kind of into middle school. Not even middle school. It goes up to middle school, and then you're kind of like an asshole in middle school, and then in high school you're basically a criminal. Like you do some criminal shit into the high school, and then after you graduate high school, then it becomes about the parties in college, and then now we're sitting on a fucking couch wearing costumes doing a podcast.
That's exactly what we're doing
after college.
I would slightly disagree with your timeline there. I think that like once you get to high school, it's like I think you're a criminal in middle school.
Yes, definitely. I definitely agree with that.
But you're just not doing as like hood rat shit. Yeah,
you go to the mall and be like a dickhead.
Yeah.
That's like the middle school.
I mean, in like middle school, you're egging and stuff. I mean, in high school, people were like breaking windows and shit. Yeah, just doing bad things.
I mean, I never did.
Were you guys ever eggers?
Oh, I was an egger and an eggee.
We
used to use paintball guns.
Oh,
yes.
shit.
On Halloween in high school, we used to drive around and shoot people that were not kids. We would shoot like other kids in high school or middle school kids, and we would shoot them with the paintball.
People that you knew?
No.
Oh. We would identify people who we felt just were about to get lit up.
Yeah, that was kind of the thing. Like, it was all these rumors. It was like, well, I might be dating myself, but like pre-cell phone thing, and there would be rumors that like different packs of different people from your school would be roaming around different neighborhoods, and you'd have to be like prepared. And like more often than not, like shit rarely went down, but occasionally like it did. And it was like just by happenstance that you like walk down the same street as like the same kids.
Yeah.
Apparently I had a boring childhood because I'd never had any of this stuff happen.
Did you silly string or? Well, silly string is like the
silly string is pussy shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a virgin daiquiri or whatever.
And I've never egged personally, but
what?
I didn't egg.
But this isn't a Halloween thing, but like not egging, but snowballing was my thing in the winter. Me and my friends would always like find hiding spots and like throw snowballs at cars as they drove by, which is like a lot more dangerous.
We were on bricks by then. Saw some bricks.
We used to do drive-bys with squirt guns in the summer.
Squirt guns.
Yeah.
That sounds like a.
So I'm from Belmont.
Where'd you guys grow up?
Yeah, but yeah, I didn't like. I thought that egging, even as a child, I was like, that is so disrespectful. That person bought that house. How are you gonna throw a fucking egg at it?
We were more egging people than property, at least from what I can remember.
That's so much better.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Yeah,
for us.
I would honestly, I think it's better to egg a person than property.
Yeah,
I think that like they can hop in the shower and it's done, right?
I mean, can't you just like hose off a house?
I don't know.
Like
I've never had to do it before.
By the time I was in college, I graduated to lemons.
What does that do?
It hurts. If you ever get hit by a lemon.
Oh, like so, like a full lemon.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Over in like the BU area.
Then a couple years later, we moved on to guns, and those things were great.
We were in the BU area. One of my friends had an apartment, and we went up on the roof. And there was a party across the street, and we were fucking humming lemons at them. And
that
one
seems
of the
like a really weird thing to throw.
Well, then we had onions too, but we had to use what we had. We didn't have
You could have not done it instead.
No. It's Halloween. It's tradition. We had to do this. So yeah, we're throwing lemons and onions at people, and one of the kids got smoked with an onion, and he walked across the street and came up the stairs and came up on this roof where there was like 5 of us. Easily could have got the shit beaten out of him. So then he walks up to us and he's like, "Are you guys throwing fucking onions at us?" And then we were like, no. And as I'm saying, no, it definitely wasn't us. I dropped an onion. and then he was like, "So you have onions I'm asking you if you threw onions at us, but it wasn't you guys. And this other kid that we were with, he was like, no, dude, we're eating onions. And he picked it up and took a huge bite
Oh my god.
out of this onion.
Was it at least Vidalia? So it was like
He
kind
was
of edible.
throwing up the rest
Oh
of the
my
night.
God.
Like, took like an apple-sized bite out of this onion. And yeah, then the kid didn't even. After that, he just left. He was like, all right, if it wasn't you
He's
guys.
like, okay, your story checks out.
Yeah. He's like, all right, so he wasn't eating the onions. All right, we'll take it.
We need to be resourceful because like that's why you go to like onions and lemons and stuff like that. Like I remember toy stores like wouldn't sell you a silly string like for like a certain month, and then like you couldn't just be like a 12-year-old kid buying a carton of eggs on like October 30th because like
really?
everyone would know.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't sell it to you. And
Or they would
like,
jack up the prices
Yep.
too.
That's smart. They're like, if this horrible shit's gonna happen, we might as well profit off it.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
This
it
is why
was
you guys love Halloween so much.
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, this might be why you guys hate it. so
Well-behaved children over here. No, I liked it. I was just dressing up more than
Now
throwing
I'm, just,
shit.
now I'm just gonna be that asshole who like tries to catch up on the things that he missed,
Yeah.
like
Right.
joining like.
You're gonna have a
14
midlife
I'm gonna
crisis
be,
and start
like,
egging
running
people.
around my neighborhood with like 14-year-olds egging random houses.
Yeah, it'd be like when Kramer picked up karate. Yeah, it'll be great.
Man, there is no better thrill as a middle school kid when you're walking down the street in your hometown on Halloween and you're with your friends and then you see a car drive past you and then turn around and come back. Like that, like you can't experience a thrill like that as an adult without your life actually being in danger. Like back then
That's-
it's like the worst that's going to happen is what? You're going to get like, you
They're
know,
gonna call your
shaving
parents or
cream.
something, or
No. They
oh,
were,
you're saying like when if you
Oh
did
no, they were turning around to come fuck us up. Or
Oh,
they're
okay.
like-
So I was assuming that the car was like adults who weren't going to harm
no,
children.
They were high school kids. We were like 13, 14 years old before we had a license, and these were kids that had just gotten their license and either had paintball guns or eggs or something like that. So yeah, there's no better adrenaline rush
Yeah.
than like, holy shit, like my life is about to change.
Yeah, there's
But
like a code of honor too. Like they wouldn't like it was just shaving cream or
Yeah.
eggs or whatever. It was like
they're
Dazed
not
and
going to beat
Confused
the
kind
shit
of.
out of you, but
Yeah.
you think that they are, and that's the excitement.
But what you were saying is I've been on the opposite end of that, where like during snowballing, when you hit a car with snowball and they jam on the brakes,
yeah, I was gonna say when I've seen the brake lights before, and you're
Yeah.
like, eesh.
and then you sprint, and I've had a cop come before, and me and my friends hid in the woods, and they like showed a spotlight, and so that was a thrill.
Interesting. Have you guys ever been the victim of these things? Because I was shaving creamed once, and it was by like he was friends with my older sister. I didn't think it was that big a deal, but it was like as though I had been like shot. Like my parents were concerned, and the kid got in trouble and everything. And
Oh yeah, like the code that Jeff was talking about is that you can get egged, but you can't tell on them after. It's just like my freshman year of high school. I was with like 5 of my friends, and that's when that was before any of us had our license. We were 13, 14, 15, something around there. So we were walking around like town, and then all my friends live on like the main street in Saugus. So I had to walk home alone. So after, we're doing one by one, everyone's walking to each other's houses, and then the pack is thinning until it's just me. And then I walked by my barber shop where there's like this little sketchy parking lot. So I'm walking by, just minding my own business, and then like I heard like a bottle drop. And then I was like, fuck. I look to my left, and there's 25 fucking kids standing there just like, I just knew that I was done. And that they had paintball guns, they had eggs, they had all kinds of shit. So just in a matter of seconds, I had to look left, see this pack. I had 2 seconds to run away, but I didn't get away.
holy shit, nothing that bad has ever happened to me in
Yeah.
my life.
Saugus, Mass. It's
I was
tough
like,
times.
I was
out
as
here.
you're telling the story, I was like, I've never been beaten up before. Like I've
No,
like,
no, I didn't get beat up, but I mean, I had some welts on my back and whatnot from all the eggs and the paintball guns. Those break the skin.
geez, see, so I would just rather not like when you started telling your stories about your shenanigans, I was like, oh man, I missed out. But if it involves getting it back, then by no
'cause
means.
You get it before you go out there and do it to the other
Okay, so
younger
like
kids.
it's like an initiation.
You earn your
You're-
stripes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like almost exactly like Dazed and Confused, except it's Halloween and not the last day of high school. No paddles involved, but you just kind of like, I don't know, it just kind of happens. It's nothing like malicious. It's just kind of like a rite of passage. Yeah.
Yeah. But it hurts when it's just you.
Jesus, yeah, that sounds like it's not for me. I'm very glad I did not participate. In
Sounds
any
like
of
we're in
that.
therapy. We're on a couch.
Yeah.
You're telling me
I
about
know.
the time we were attacked
I
in high
loved it.
school.